Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find, trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every set of build from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace controlled. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Setup shop.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
This is
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tier 1 Studios. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. Joining me tonight are the voices inside my head alongside my good friends, myself and I, as we rejoin the Wild West Racing League ARCA series here at VIVA Las Vegas Motor Speedway here in Las Vegas, Nevada. 80 degrees in the air, 123 degrees, on the track. 1 mile an hour wind from the north. With a fixed setup race cars, we're on board with Scott Rush out here tonight. Rolling through turns 1 and 2 with the 04 Raiders Wasteland Daisy number 04 Chevrolet SS. This broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier Daisy experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Scott Rush, second fastest with a 30.1. Justin Bell up at the front with a 30.05. Fastest lap out here so far. Ashton Hayward in third, Keith Ayers, Joe Wells. Amazingly, even my time was up in the top 5. I don't know how I did that with a 30.11. Joe Wells, Dakota Henderson, Mike Daughtery, Mike Presley, Will Moore, Gavin Daughtery, Tanner Enzyme, Brighton Coleman, Marcus Kaiser, and Nick Daughtery. 14 cars gonna be racing out here tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Zero Mike Presley on board with now, down in 9th. Somebody just rolling off a pit road now. Can't quite make out who that is. Might be Nick Daughtery in the 25. Nope, that might be Brighton. No, that is no. Ashton Hayward in the Valvoline 99. Hayward through turns 3 and 4 here at Las Vegas, all the way up against the wall and right down to the apron. Minute 30 seconds left to go in practice. Joe Wells in the good wrench number 3. One of 2 GLM cars out here tonight. Joe Wells and Marcus Kaiser. Trey Smith, I am not sure if he'll be able to join in the nick of time to come on out and join us here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As far as I'm aware, he's out potentially buying a truck for his real-life racing career. So best of luck to you, Trey. If you are watching, hopefully you buy yourself a nice truck, and hopefully, like a good man, you're buying a Chevy, because men wear bow ties. Just remember that, children. Whenever someone tries to sell you a Ford or a Dodge or one of those Toyota bullshit, remember, men wear bow ties by Chevrolet. It's PG-13. We get a little bit of leeway. Broadcast hasn't fully started yet, so we're still good. 20 seconds left in practice out here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Justin Bell, Scott Rush, Ashton Hayward, Keith Ayers, Joe Wells, Dakota Henderson, Mike Daughtery, Mike Presley, Will Moore, Gavin Daughtery, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman, Marcus Kaiser, and Nick Daughtery down in 14th. Heading over into qualifying now here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Let's see who's brave enough to tackle this 1.5-mile racetrack first. Let's jump on board with Keith Ayers in the number 19 Chevrolet SS. From Addison, New York, number 19 of Keith Ayers. Through the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Little dusty on the bottom of the racetrack out here in the middle of the Nevada deserts surrounding Las Vegas. Off of turn 2, trying to wind this baby up. Everybody usually takes the first lap with a grain of salt before everybody tries getting underway out here at Las Vegas. 19 down to the bottom, trying to pick up some speed and momentum. Off of turn 4, sliding on down to the bottom of the racetrack. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air for his first qualifying run. Back into turns 1 and 2, off the tri-oval we go. Holding about a quarter lane up from the bottom of the racetrack, sliding up nice and high off of turn 2. Down the backstretch we go, a little bit wide off the wall. Down into turns 3 and 4 we go. Keith Ayers in the number 19. Trying to pick up some speed out here tonight through turns 3 and 4. Keith Ayers off of 4 through the tri-oval. Across the start-finish line, Keith Ayers up to second. Will Moore with a 30.20. Keith Ayers with a 30.21. Scott Rush with a 30.26. Gavin Daughtery with a 30.66. Tanner Ensign up to 5th with a 33.3. Joe Wells in 6th with a 30.47. Gavin Daughtery, oops, wrong button, up to 7th with a 30.66. Keith Ayers with another flying lap, 30.17. That's what we like to see out here tonight at Las Vegas. What a run from Keith Ayers. Let's see who has a response for him as we jump on down to Tanner Ensign. Just rolling into turn 1 now and pulling off the racetrack. He does not improve, holding 4th. Gavin Daughtery, also no improvement. Let's jump on over to Dakota Henderson in the Hendrick number 5. Marcus Kaiser up to 7th in the number 42 Toyota, the only Toyota in the field out here tonight. VIVA Henderson across the start-finish line, no time yet. Mike Presley up to 9th. Mike Daughtery, Nick Daughtery, and Ashton Hayward out onto the racetrack now. Brighton Coleman, the last car to set a qualifying time out here tonight here at Las Vegas. VIVA Henderson into turns 3 and 4, all the way down to the bottom. Running right on that white line at the bottom of the racetrack, off of turn 4. Sliding it down all the way down to the grass. Past the start-finish line, Henderson. Good enough for 6th at the moment. Nick Daughtery, Mike Daughtery, and Ashton Hayward out on the racetrack still as well, trying to set times. Henderson off of turn 2, down the backstretch, really trying to pick up some speed here. Get a good run off of 2, into 3 we go. Into 3, off and into 4. Back around into the tri-oval we go, right up against the wall. Henderson grazing over the grass. Moves up to 2nd with a flying lap. Nick Daughtery, Mike Daughtery, and Ashton Hayward yet to set a time. Let's jump on over to Nick Daughtery in the 25. Ashton Hayward up to 2nd, robbing Dakota Henderson from that front row with a 30.18. Keith Ayers still holding the lead at the moment with a 30.17. Dakota Henderson in 3rd. Nick Daughtery good enough for 13th at the moment. Mike Daughtery down in 11th. in the number 56. Waiting on Brighton Coleman to set a flying lap out here as we go back on board the 25 off of turns 3 and 4 now, all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Nick Daughtery holding 13th. Mike Daughtery up to 7th in the 56. Brighton Coleman yet to set a time out here tonight. Qualifying coming to a close out here tonight at Las Vegas. Keith Ayers, Ashton Hayward, Dakota Henderson top 3. Will Moore, Justin Bell, Tanner Ensign, Mike Daughtery, Scott Rush, Mike Presley, and Gavin Daughtery down in 10th. Marcus Kaiser, Joe Wells, Nick Daughtery, Brighton Coleman. And obviously that's all, because I'm not in the race. Ha 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 ha. Waiting on Scott Rush, Joe Wells, and Nick Daughtery to join into the race so we can get underway for 65 laps of racing action out here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube as we get underway. 1 lap to green. Pace cars lights are off as we roll off of the tri-oval here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A couple of cars trying to warm up their tires at the rear of the pack. Joe Wells leading this small pack behind, a little bit slow away. Nick Daughtery in the 25, last car on the track, down in 14th. Catching up to the 42 of Marcus Kaiser. Keith Ayers and Ashton Hayward on the front row. 5 of Henderson and the 8 of Bell behind Keith Ayers on the bottom. Hayward with Will Moore in the 29 and the 44. Tanner Ensign on the top. 04 Scott Rush in 4th in line on the high side. Some really good cars out here tonight, ready to go racing under the bright Nevada sun here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway 25. Trying to split hairs there a little bit. We roll through turns 3 and 4. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road this time. Pace car. Down pit road now? There it is. Now down pit road. I was like, wait a minute. Is it 2 to green? No, it's not. Keith Ayers on the point for the start of the race. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing here in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. 19 and 99 beautifully away. Everyone away a little bit slow behind them. We charge down into turns 1 and 2. 99 and the 19 mirror driving each other a little bit. 44 sliding down to the bottom of the racetrack behind the 5. On the bottom of the racetrack now, 29 all over the bumper of the 99, just ahead of him, 04 Scott Rush watching the 29 and the 99 battling out in front of him. 99 running the mid, 29 a little bit higher up, 19.5, 04. Everybody trying to get into formation here nice and early. The dirty air here at Las Vegas is truly a momentum killer. You have to be either in the draft or have perfectly clean air all around you to be able to really race these ARCA cars. We start the first real flying lap around Las Vegas off of turn 2. Down the backstretch we go. Brighton Coleman at the tail end of the field at the moment. Running some good times at the moment as we jump over to take a look at the gap. 2 seconds between first and last at the moment out here tonight Ashton Hayward currently leading the way. Nick Daughtery having some kind of monstrous radio issue out here tonight. Joe Wells and Brighton Coleman trying to work around him. 42 of Kaiser in the way of the three. 25 still blinking all in and out of order at the moment for Coleman, trying to get away from him. 5 of Daughtery slowing down, trying to let cars by while he sorts out his radio issues out here tonight. Gavin Daughtery in the 18 ahead of Joe Wells. Mike Presley. Tanner Ensign falling a little bit back, as we saw a little bit last night at Miami with his setup problems. 8 and the 56 of Justin Bell and Mike Daughtery off of turn 2 side by side. 0-4 of Scott Rush just up the road. 5 of Henderson. 29 of Wilmore, 19 of Keith Ayers, and the 99 of Ashton Hayward off of turn 4. And into the tri-oval we go here at Las Vegas. 5 of 65 here. Back into the tri-oval we go. 5 laps of 65 this time by. Wilmore and Keith Ayers side by side as we charge down into turn 1. Battling each other rather than trying to reel in the 99 of Ashton Hayward, who was clear air all around. Try to get back up into this fight. For the lead, Nick Daughtery 4.8 seconds behind the leader. Mike Daughtery falling back to try and help him. Brighton Coleman quarter second up on Mike Daughtery. Kaiser quarter second up on Coleman. Gavin Daughtery 3/4 up on Kaiser. Ensign quarter second up on Gavin. Joe Wells half a second up on Tanner Ensign. Roll down the backstretch into turns 3, 4. Everybody trying to get settled in. Have a cautionless race as best as we can. 99 a little bit sideways there. Off of turn 4 past the restart zone and across the start-finish line. The iconic Dice start-finish line here at Las Vegas. 29 really running that car all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack into turns 1 and 2. Nice and high off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Everybody trying to get single file. 44 at the tail end of your screen, getting very loose. Trying to lead this pack. 44 of Kaiser, 4 of Coleman, 56 in the 25 of Mike and Nick Daughtery off of turns 3 and 4. 44 still falling back out here tonight. Not sure what his problem is tonight in this fixed setup race here in the ARCA cars with the Wild West Racing League, but Tanner Ensign not having a great night so far. He is all the way down to 13th, 7 places down from where he started. Mike Daughtery 7 places down, right behind him, down in 14th. Back into turns 3 and 4 we go. Everybody trying to keep that momentum going. 44 still losing time. 56 completely sideways off of turn 4 and all the way down to the apron. Let's jump on up to Marcus Kaiser in the lone Toyota. Under pressure from the 4 of Brighton Coleman alongside. Back into turns 3 and 4 with Marcus Kaiser. Jumping up a little bit more, let's go up to Justin Bell in the number 8. Challenging the 29, 5 right behind him, 19 a little bit up the road. 99 of Ashton Hayward, half a second clear of the 19. Onto the backstretch we go. Apologies for that. Justin Bell still holding fourth right on the bumper of the 29, really giving him all he's got. Trying to keep some speed going. 29 running the midline. Dakota Henderson in the 5 down to the bottom. A little bit sideways off of turn 4. Everybody seems to have that kind of problem. Ada Bell running a little bit higher, getting some momentum onto the front stretch through the tri-oval. 19 to Keith Ayers, losing some serious speed on the high side. Not sure what happened to him. Keith Ayers down to 4th, almost down to 5th behind Dakota Henderson, losing some serious speed off of turn 2. Ayers starting to struggle out here as we approach 15 of 65. Ashton Hayward still leading the way in the number 99 Valvoline machine. Ow. Back down into turns 1 and 2. 99 with the 8. Justin Bell up to second now. He's making some headway off of turn 2. 99's right up against the wall. 19 of Keith Ayers starting to find his speed again. 5 of Dakota Henderson right on his bumper though. Back into turns 3 and 4. 29 of Will Moore down to 5th at the moment. Scott Rush hot on his heels though, all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Mike Presley watching on, waiting for his opportunity. Joe Wells a little bit further back. Wells almost a full second behind Mike Presley. Bryton Coleman 2.5 behind Joe Wells with Marcus Kaiser alongside him. Mike Daughtery right behind Marcus Kaiser. Whoa, Keith Ayers with a crash. Keith Ayers spun out off of turn 2 and we're still green flag. Holy moly. 19 of Keith Ayers. Oh, got the wind sucked off him by the 5. Very sideways, locked up the brakes, didn't spin it out. What a save from the 19 to Keith Ayers, but there goes his hard work as the caution comes out for that wreck. First caution of the night here with the Wild West Racing League here at Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! Brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. Veteran owned and operated, Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Everybody but Will Moore and Keith Ayers down pit road this time. 29 and the 19 staying out behind the pace car. Pace car's lights are off. First caution of the night coming to a close out here tonight. Off of turn 4, pace car, down pit road this time. God, I can't speak at all today. Will Moore on the point, 19 of Keith Ayers on the outside, 99 of Ashton Hayward, Justin Bell, Dakota Henderson, Scott Rush, Joe Wells, green flag is back in the air. 22 of 65, 99 all over the bumper of the 29 as we get underway. 99 looking to go down to the bottom, driving the 29 all the way down. 8 and the 19 working together on the midline through turns 1 and 2. 8 sliding down to the bottom behind the 99. 99 trying to go with the 8. All the way down the backstretch we go. Everybody getting settled back in. Side-by-side action through turns 3 and 4. 29, 19 and the 0-4 on the high side. 8 trying to slide back up in front of the 19. Doesn't quite have the momentum to do so. 5 of Henderson running the 8 down. In the battle for third, 29 and the 99 back down into turns 1 and 2. Bottom of the racetrack seems to have that little bit more speed, just that little bit of extra grip on the bottom. Seems to be helping a lot of cars out. And 29 up into the wall, 5 of Henderson almost up into him. Start jumping back into the field a little bit. Let's go down to Mike Presley behind the 0-4 and the 3 of Scott Rush and Joe Wells. Brighton Coleman, Nick Daughtery, both behind him. Marcus Kaiser, Tanner Ensign down in 13th, and Gavin Daughtery down in 14th. Their slow stop down on pit road. 3 wide for just a second there. 0 of Mike Presley sticking his nose in. 3 wide again down the backstretch. Here we go into turn 3. 29, 19, and the 0-4. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. 19 and the 29 mirror driving each other, trying to block as best as they can as we continue back around. Start at 25 of 65 out here tonight here at Las Vegas. Back down into turns 1 and 2 we go. Mike Presley leading the 19 and the 56. Small pack of cars behind him. Down to Tanner Ensign just off of turn 2 now. 18 of Gavin Daughtery hot on his heels. Trying to push each other down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Not having a lot of speed out here. 99 and the 8 and the 5. Hayward, Bell, and Henderson. Back down into turns 1 and 2. .99, 8 and the 5 back past the start finish line. 28 of 65 this time by. Let's jump on down to Joe Wells down in 3rd. Scott Rush hot on the heels down in 5th. Less than a second between the top 5. Whoa! 99 of Ashton Hayward sliding it off of turn 2. Let's take a look at what happened here. 8 of Justin Bell just kissed the bumper of the 99. Sending him a little bit out of the way and up into the wall off of turn 2. A little bit of roughhousing there, but hey, that's a bit of NASCAR. Nothing wrong with that. I can assure you the 99 probably did not appreciate it. Back off of turns 3 and 4, Justin Bell leading the way. Dakota Henderson less than half a second behind. Ashton Hayward back up to third. Joe Wells, Scott Rush, Mike Presley, Bryton Coleman, Mike Daughtery, Marcus Kaiser, Nick Daughtery, Will Moore, Keith Ayers, Gavin Daughtery, Tanner Ensign down in 14th, down in last place at the moment. Tanner Ensign having a really tough night out here tonight at Las Vegas. Why did I think Homestead? We were there last time. Back down into turn 3 and 4. Apologies for that. Just keeping up on some personal news going on. A lot happening in the real world at the moment. Need to be taking care of that. Tanner Ensign down pit road. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Tanner Ensign falling down a huge amount at the moment. It's like, wait a minute. What happened to him? Nope, he's fine. Just down pit road. Justin Bell still leading the way. Ashton Hayward running him down. I don't know what's going to happen between him and the 99 of Ashton Hayward. Ruku Takahashi in the chat. Hello, Ruku. Good to see you. To Justin Bell, very sideways off of turn 4. Oh, up into the 99. Huge crash right in front of the field. Caution is out. Joe Wells with into the grass and destroying that car. Trying to evade Justin Bell. Oh, just got neck-coated by the number 8. Nothing he could do about it. Huge crash off the tri-oval. Nothing he could do about it. Huge amount of damage to that number 3. Hey, Ruku, you ever want, you can come join us here at Wild West if you're free Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday nights. Love to have you. These are some fun leagues and fun races we get to do here. Ruku Takahashi, one of the VTuber GR86 Cup drivers. One of the great drivers there. Good man. Person. I don't know. It's 2026. I can't assume genders anymore. But point being, not to go too far down that road, because we all know how that's going to go. Ashton Hayward back up to the lead. Gavin Daughtery in second. 44 of Ensign getting his lap back this time by. Here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the Wild West Racing League Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. 44 Ensign staying nice and high off of turns 1 and 2 as he catches back up to the tail end of the field. Justin Bell off of pit road now. Back through turns 3 and 4, Ashton Hayward and Gavin Daughtery leading the way. Hayward on the high side for the restart. Pace car down pit road this time, 99 and the 18, side by side. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Back in the air, we are racing. Off of turn 2 we go, 29 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Keeping the speed up, 99 all the way up to the high side. 04 Scott Rush down to the bottom with the 5, the 3, and the 4 behind him. Scott Rush up into the lead of this race with 28 laps to go. VIVA Henderson hot on his heels with the 3 of Joe Wells also on the bottom. 99 of Hayward and the 18 of Gavin Daughtery on the high side trying to make the magic happen up there. 3 blocks high. A little bit of 3 wide action. Down the backstretch we go. 04 Scott Rush trying to keep the speed up. Very sideways off of turn 4. Almost completely Tokyo drifting that thing. Whoa, Tanner Ensign and a few others off the racetrack. Caution is out, Brighton Coleman and Tanner Ensign. Whoa. All right, let's take a look at what happened here. This is off of turn 3. 4 Scott, Brighton Coleman just got loose in front of him. 44 all the way through the grass. Managed to keep it straight and keep the car going. A little bit of damage to him and the 8 of Justin Bell. Brighton Coleman down pit road this time. Third caution of the night. Scott Rush, Joe Wells, Tanner Ensign up to... How's Tanner Ensign in third? Okay. Justin Bell, Will Moore, Mike Daughtery, Keith Ayers, Marcus Kaiser, Nick Daughtery, Brighton Coleman, Ashton Hayward, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, and Gavin Daughtery all down pit road. Pace car's lights are off, rolling through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to go green flag once again out here tonight. Green flag back in the air. We are racing. 04 Scott Rush with a great restart. 3 of Joe Wells, not as well. 44 of Ensign right there behind him. On the bottom, 04, of Scott Rush leading the way. 44, 29, 19. On the bottom, 3 wide through the back, through turns 1 and 2. Henderson, 25 of Nick Daughtery. I can't quite make out who that is on the top. I believe that might be Marcus Kaiser on the top. 3 of Joe Wells, very sideways off of turn 4. 44 in the 04. 44 all the way down into the grass. .44 of Ensign leading the way now. 29 of Will Moore, Scott Rush in the 04. Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, Joe Wells, Dakota Henderson, Mike Daughtery, Nick Daughtery, Marcus Kaiser, Ashton Hayward. Whoa, Mike Presley with a crash. According to the timesheet. Oh! Mike Presley stopped at the bottom of turn 2. Getting towed back to pit road now. Oh, just got turned by the 99. Nothing he could do about it. Destroying that number 0 race car. Evidently waiting for a caution that never came. Very unfortunate for Mike Presley. Will Moore and Tanner Ensign still fighting out for the lead off of turns 3 and 4. 44 of Ensign seriously sliding that race car off of turn 4, 8, and the 19. Trying to reel him in, going almost 3 wide into turn 1. 29 of Will Moore leading the way with 19 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Of Moore up to the high side through turns 1 and 2. 8 of Justin Bell and the 19 of Keith Ayers trying to get back up into the lead. Justin Bell in the lead, blocking both lanes down into turns 3 and 4. 8 of Bell really trying to make some magic happen here. .16 laps to go. Justin Bell still leading the way. Will Moore and Keith Ayers mirror driving each other back into turns 1 and 2. 5 at Henderson, 44 of Ensign starting to fall back down in 5th place. Scott Rush, Bryton Coleman, Joe Wells, Mike Daughtery, Gavin Daughtery, Nick Daughtery, Marcus Kaiser, Ashton Hayward down in 13th. Mike Presley still down pit road or potentially out of the race out here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway after a very bad accident off of turn 1, leaving him stranded in the bottom of turns 1 and 2. 8 of Bell leading the way by a quarter second up on the 29. Henderson a quarter second back with Keith Ayers right alongside him. Justin Bell falling back. Will Moore, Dakota Henderson, and Keith Ayers up to the top 3 now with 13 laps to go. Apologies for that. Down through the tri-oval, Will Moore and Keith Ayers working together. VIVA Henderson trying to get underneath the 29 as we charge through turns 1 and 2 once again. 11 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 29 running the midline off of turn 2 down into the backstretch. Here we go again. 19 of Keith Ayers getting ahead of Dakota Henderson. 4 of Coleman behind. Justin Bell in the 8. Right on their heels. Tanner Ensign down in 6th. Scott Rush down in 7th, 2.25 seconds behind Tanner Ensign. Mike Daugherty and Gavin Daugherty, and Scott Rush fighting it out now. 5 of the 29 side by side through turns 1 and 2. We go again. (19) abandoning his teammate in the 29, trying to push the 5 of Henderson up to the lead now. Keith Ayers, Dakota Henderson running away with it at the moment. Justin Bell and Brighton Coleman underneath the 29, 3 wide off of turn 2. Down the backstretch we go with 9 laps to go here tonight at Las Vegas with the Wild West Racing League Raiders Wasteland. The Raiders Wasteland Series is over. The ARCA Series. Whoa, 3 wide again with Justin Bell. In the middle, in the 29, the 4 on the outside and inside. What a move from Justin Bell, trying to keep the speed going out here tonight. Wild West Racing League ARCA Series, brought to you in part by WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios. Back into turns 3 and 4 we go. 5 of Henderson leading the way, 4 of Coleman hot on his heels. 19 of Ayers giving a little bit of the fender to the number 4 behind him. VIVA Henderson with a good lead, almost a third of a second up on Keith Ayers. 29 in the 4 of Will Moore and Brighton Coleman. About half a second back, fighting each other down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Henderson leading the way with 5 laps to go. Anything after this will be overtime out here tonight for the Wild West Racing League. VIVA Henderson with 4 laps to go. Keith Ayers, Will Moore, Justin Bell, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, Mike Daugherty, Gavin Daugherty, Scott Rush, Marcus Kaiser, Nick Daugherty, Ashton Hayward, Joe Wells down in last place. Mike Presley is in fact out of the race. Whoa! Joe Wells through the grass in the tri-oval. His night going from bad to worse as Henderson flying through the tri-oval now. Going to be catching up to him. He's going to be the first and only car lap down, apart from Mike Presley, who wrecked out earlier in the race. VIVA Henderson with Keith Ayers right there behind him. 3 laps to go. Keith Ayers needs the run of a lifetime down through turns 3 and 4 to start getting back into the fight for the lead out here tonight. Two laps to go. 19 Ayers really running down. The number 5 off of turn 2. Ayers with some serious speed down the backstretch. Into turns 3 and 4. 19 setting up a little bit higher than Henderson is, getting that little bit of extra momentum. Off of turns 3 and 4 we go, and into the tri-oval. 19 right under the wing of the 5. Oh, white flag, white flag, white flag is in the air, coming back no matter what here at Las Vegas. VIVA Henderson checking up a little bit down into turn 1. 19 trying to keep that momentum going on the high side. Through turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch we go. 19 with a huge head of speed. Gets blocked late by the 5. Back down into turns 3 and 4. 19 side by side through turns 3 and 4. Here we go. This is going to be a photo finish drag race for the win. 5 in the 19. Down off of turn 4. 19 with a nose on the 5. Keith Ayers wins out here tonight with a photo finish over Dakota Henderson. Justin Bell in 3rd, Brighton Coleman in 4th. Will Moore, Gavin Daugherty, Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, Marcus Kaiser, Nick Daugherty, Mike Daugherty, and Ashton Hayward. Joe Wells getting towed back to pit road. What a finish for Keith Ayers. Let's get Keith Ayers in here. Keith Ayers is not in here. Okay. Let's get Dakota Henderson in here. Dakota Henderson, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Do you got me?
What's going on, man?
Talk us through that photo finish on the last lap. One hell of a race from you out here tonight in that number 5 Hendrick Motorsports machine.
Fuck it. I'm not happy about it. I gave it away. I should have done something different. Don't know what it is, but I ain't happy about that 2nd place. I'll take it, but I'm taking it unconsensually.
Well, hey, you put in one hell of an effort to get that 2nd place, and you gave Keith Ayers in that number 19 one run for their money. That is nothing to be ashamed of out here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just keep Timmy and his family and their prayers. He's having some family issues, health issues. So other than that, everybody have a great night and keep doing what y'all are doing.
Appreciate that very much. Thanks for joining us up here in the booth, and congratulations on a fantastic fantastic P2. God, English is hard for me today, apparently. Sorry.
It happens.
It's my first and only language. You'd think I'd know this better.
Well, just keep practicing. You'll get better with age.
Oh, shut up. Well, hey, congratulations once again, and one hell of an effort. And we'll be talking to you next time. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
5 Dakota Henderson, your second place finisher. Let's get Keith Ayers in here. Keith Ayers, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me.
I do. 10-4.
Talk about a photo finish out here tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. One hell of a run for Dakota Henderson's money, and you winning it right at the line. Congratulations to you, my friend. Talk us through it.
Oh, that was intense. He was starting to pull away from me about 10 laps to go, and then about 5 to go, I figured out what he needed to do to catch him. I ran him down, and then last stop, it was a heck of a battle.
You're right, it was. That was a hell of a race from you right at the line there, leading the final lap only in that last, what is it, a football field from turn 4 to the start-finish line. One heck of a finish out here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just shout out to my team, my teammate, my co-owner, Will, on a good run tonight. I can't be any happier. Yes.
Again, congratulations out here tonight. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, and hope to see more of that kind of action out here next time.
Absolutely. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank you. Let's get Justin Bell in here. Call it a night. Justin Bell,
Next
this
thing
is
you
Pat
know, I
Wilkinson
got
up in the
no
booth.
fire
You got
suit
me.
on.
How you doing, sir?
Justin, one hell of a race out there tonight in the number 8 Ensign Motorsports machine, finishing in 3rd. One heck of a run for you and Dakota and Keith Ayers just ahead of you. Talk us through those last few laps.
Man, it was really tough. Like trying to get something going there because I got tied up in that wreck there and had to take my last set of tires. Thinking we slid too far. So, but tire wear was so bad here. It was just hard to manage. But that last lap there was 30 laps on that run, and man, it was looser than a goose coming off of 4. So we were struggling. I'm glad we didn't have any more laps to go, but because I didn't have no more tires.
Well, hey, that was one heck of a race out there tonight regardless. Congratulations on a fantastic P3. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Thank you. Thank Enzyme Motorsports. Thank Wildest Outlaw Diecast for their support this year. Also want to thank everybody at Enzyme Motorsports for what they do as well. So, thank you.
Well, congratulations on the P3 once again out here tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And yes, that the heat out here at Las Vegas definitely does take those tires to the max and just shred them. And the rough racing surface here, having not been repaved in a good while now, I don't think, certainly isn't helping tire wear at all. But hey, one heck of a run, finishing in 3rd out here tonight. Justin Bell, take a bow.
Yes, sir.
Well, folks, you've yet again spent another perfectly good hour with all of us here at Tier 1 Studios. We thank you all for watching tonight. We hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more racing action out here on Tier 1 Studios. We'll be back tomorrow night with the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series. Currently escapes me as to where we're going to be. On Wednesday, we'll be back with the Gen 4 Series as well. On Friday, we'll be back with the Dutch's Dirty Dozen. I have no idea where they are either, apparently. Saturday, we'll be back with the Core Champions Off-Road Racing Esports League at Bark River once again for the D1 race. That'll be some really good fun, as always, in those Pro 4 trucks. Then Sunday starts the NASCAR Legends 1987 Cup here with the Wild West Racing League, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That is going to be some very good racing, I can already tell. Separate the boys from the men and the girls from the women. If we have any ladies in the server, I don't think we do. But hey, we're doing it anyway. We're doing it live. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed. This broadcast was brought to you in part by WIO, Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. My name is Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League ARCA series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built one. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1. Setup shop Tier 1. Take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs with the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1. Setup shop Tier 1. Yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. See you in Victor Lane. Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1.